In this episode, we will comprehend customers' lifestyle by customizing a consultation based on customer preferences. This step identifies customers' needs and wants in order to identify a car that customers really want. Let's define needs as options, functions, and performances essential to the customer.
Today, customers no longer consider cars merely as a means of transportation. The psychological satisfaction of driving a great car is also important. Let's define this psychological desire as wants. In order to reach the best decision, it's necessary to identify the customer's needs as well as wants. This increases the possibility of achieving great sales results.
Let's now dive into a consultation process. We will see how to identify customers' needs and wants, and we will see how to ask questions accordingly to our customers. 1 out of 5 customers look for a car without knowing what car they really want. That's why we need to find out what specific model our customers need and want through conversations with them.
Let's work together to find something that fits you perfectly. First off, who usually drives?
Both of us, but I think I'll mostly be doing the driving.
And what kind of car do you drive currently?
We have an Elantra. It's been about 7 or 6 years.
The first step is to ask short, closed questions for yes or no answers. You can check simple facts from the customer.
May I ask why you're considering to buy a new car?
Well, I've been driving the car a while, and it needs some fixing. And now we need a bigger car because we just got married.
Okay, I understand that situation.
It is important to ask what car your customer currently drives and ask why the customer wants to change to a new car. It helps to identify the customer's most urgent need.
May I ask how many kilometers you drive per year?
I think I drive around 20,000 kilometers per year.
Okay. And do you have a color preference?
It would be good to see a car that's a clean white model.
May I ask how you'd like to use your new car?
Well, I'll be getting around the city on the weekdays and maybe do some off-roading on the weekends.
Okay. I understand that you are looking for a car that has more space than your Elantra, something you can use for both your commute and day trips outside the city.
It is good to summarize and repeat what the customer says from time to time. And you can identify customer needs through questions about functional aspects of cars.
Just to check, what are your most important considerations for buying a car?
I want safety in my car. If there are any additional safety options, I want them.
I see. Yeah, I understand.
This time, the sales consultant is using open-ended questions to find the customer's critical reason for buying a car. Through open-ended questions, the sales consultant can identify customers' wants from a psychological perspective. Depending on the type of customer, it is good to use both needs-driven and wants-driven questions.
Based on your comments, I think you will like a car with off-road capabilities for the weekends, as well as urban driving. And it needs to have many safety features.
That's right. We also like camping too.
I want to drive into nature, outside the city with my family and friends. A lot of things packed in the car.
Well, I think there may be a few options that fit you perfectly. As you said, you need a car with a good design for daily use, but you also want to enjoy off-road with other people. I think the four-wheel SUV would be a good fit for you. I can highly recommend the Santa Fe.
So you will mostly be driving with your family members. Okay, I can highly recommend the Santa Fe, a versatile SUV. Shall we see it in the dealership here?
Okay, sounds great.
And this is the car. This one is popular among all ages. As you can see, the design is sleek and clean.
Oh, I see.
According to research, customers spend 61% of their time online before they buy cars. These customers already know a lot about cars before they visit the dealership. They prefer to hear detailed explanations.
Is there a big price difference between this and the Palisade?
Analytical customers prefer precise numbers and figures. They do not make decisions based on their feelings or emotion. Rather, they choose cars with more functions or higher performances.
Depending on the kinds of trim, there's about a $5,000 difference in price.
And what is the price for this model?
For the lowest levels of trim, it's about $26,000. Higher levels cost about $35,000.
I see.
I will provide you with more detailed information.
Okay.
Both Kate and John did a great job. They identified the information their customer needs, which will eventually lead them to the car that best suits them.
Now that we learned about the needs of the customers, we will see how Kate and John explain cars in detail to customers. This step is very important to gain the trust of customers. Through this step, customers build confidence in their car choices.
Now, let's see how John and Kate communicate with customers.